Intro, a story of irony and hope. Welcome, dear listeners. Today we will explore one of O. Henry's most famous short stories, The Cop and the Anthem. It is a tale about Soapy, a poor man living on the streets of New York. It is a tale of survival, of dreams, and of irony. As we move through each part of the story, I will guide you with clear, simple English. This way, you can both enjoy the literature and improve your language skills. Chapter 1, Winter is Coming. New York City in late autumn is not kind to the homeless. The wind grows sharp, the nights grow longer, and the streets turn cold as stone. For men like Soapy, who live without a roof, the coming of winter means a struggle against death itself. Soapy is not lazy in his own way, nor is he violent. He is simply a man who has fallen out of society. Every year he solves his problem in a clever but unusual way. He goes to jail. Why jail? Because in jail, there is food, warmth, and a bed. It is not freedom, but it is survival. Soapy has no illusions about himself. He does not dream of sudden wealth. He only dreams of passing the winter months without freezing on the streets. And so one chilly afternoon, Soapy makes up his mind. He must be arrested, and soon. Chapter 2, The Restaurant Plan. Soapy's first idea is simple. He will go to a fine restaurant, order a big dinner, and then declare he has no money. Surely the manager will call the police. Soapy imagines himself sitting in court, calm and comfortable, while the judge sentences him to 3 months in jail. A perfect winter plan. With confidence, he approaches the glowing doors of a high-class restaurant. The windows shine with warm light, and inside, wealthy men and women eat happily. But when Soapy tries to enter, the doorman blocks his way. The man's eyes move from Soapy's torn trousers to his broken shoes. One glance is enough. "You can't come in," the doorman says firmly. Soapy's plan collapses before it begins. The warmth of the restaurant remains out of reach. Chapter 3, The Stone and the Glass. Soapy is not discouraged. On the next street, he picks up a small stone. With a quick throw, he smashes a shop window. The crash is loud and people turn their heads. Soapy stands calmly, waiting. A policeman runs to the scene. Now surely Soapy will be arrested, but fate plays its joke. The policeman looks around and sees a man running away. Without hesitation, he chases the runner. The crowd points in the wrong direction. Soapy, the true culprit, is ignored. Once again, freedom is forced upon him, though he does not want it. Chapter 4, Cheap Cafe Trouble. Hungry now, Soapy goes into a cheap cafe. He eats a simple meal, steak, pie, and coffee. When the waiter brings the bill, Soapy announces proudly, "I have no money." The waiter does not call the police. Instead, 2 strong men throw Soapy out into the street. His clothes are dirty, his body sore, but he is still a free man. Chapter 5. Noise in the street. Next, Soapy tries another trick. He stands on the sidewalk and begins to shout like a drunken man. He sings loudly, he waves his arms, he disturbs the peace. Surely the police will come, he thinks. But the policeman on the corner only smiles. The officer believes Soapy is just a noisy college boy celebrating after a party. Soapy's heart burns with frustration. Why does freedom follow him like a curse? Chapter 6, The Woman on the Corner. Soapy sees a well-dressed young woman standing alone. He thinks, if I speak to her in the wrong way, she will call for help. The police will arrest me. Soapy approaches and smiles. But to his surprise, the woman does not run or shout. Instead, she accepts his company with pleasure. She even walks with him, arm in arm. Soapy, embarrassed and defeated, quickly escapes from her kindness. His plan fails once more. Chapter 7, Growing Desperation. At this point, Soapy feels tired and hopeless. Every attempt to reach jail has failed. Society seems to push him away, not with kindness, but with rejection. He cannot even succeed in being arrested. He wonders if the gods are laughing at him. The irony cuts deep. When he desires freedom, life gives him chains. When he desires chains, life gives him freedom. Chapter 8, The Church and the Anthem. As the evening darkens, Soapy passes by a quiet street. A church stands tall, its stained glass windows glowing softly. From inside, music floats into the air, a hymn, an anthem of peace and hope. The sound enters Soapy's heart like light in darkness. He stops and listens. The melody awakens forgotten memories. A time when he was young, clean, and full of promise. Soapy remembers school days, friends, and honest work. He thinks of his mother, who once believed in him. He whispers to himself, "I can change. I will change. Tomorrow I will find work. I will clean myself, find a job, and live with dignity." For the first time in years, Soapy feels a true desire to live honestly. The anthem has planted a seed of hope in his heart. Chapter 9, Cruel Irony. But life, or fate, has one more trick to play. As Soapy stands lost in thought, a heavy hand touches his shoulder. It is a policeman. "What are you doing here?" the officer asks. "Nothing," Soapy replies softly. "Come along," the policeman orders. Soapy is taken away, his dream broken before it begins. The next morning, in court, the judge declares 3 months in the city jail. The sentence falls like a cruel joke. All winter, Soapy will indeed be safe and warm, but his new hope, his new dream, dies instantly. Conclusion. This is the genius of O. Henry. He shows us life's cruel humor, the irony that cuts deeper than a knife. Soapy wanted jail, but he could not get it. When he finally wanted freedom and honesty, the police gave him jail. The story ends not with victory, but with bitter laughter. Yet inside this laughter is a serious message. Even the poorest soul can dream of change. Even the weakest heart can hear a song and feel hope. But life does not always give us the chance to act on that hope. That is the tragedy and the beauty of the cop and the anthem.